So there's a new wave of insanity going on, being perpetuated and broadcasted globally by the state arbiters of the program. They are ramping up their persecution of me, and in this connection their psychological operations, aka PSYOPs, which they are broadcasting, as I say, on a global basis each and every day. They are in fact very obsessed with supposedly talking about me, and in that regard they are accusing me of all sorts of criminal activity. For one, I have noticed that they are, particularly in the United States, they want to blame me and accuse me of having committed sex crimes. But here in Denmark, where I have lived most of my life, there are still no cases, and there still has been no cases in any of the 14 police districts there are in this country, which I have sent FOIA requests to, and not one police district has ever had any cases against me for these particular crimes, which I'm being labelled guilty for by the United States government and its intelligence agencies, CIA and NSA amongst others, which is being proclaimed not only through the program's dedicated propaganda channels, but it is also something which is being proclaimed continuously through the state arbiters' favorite podcasters and other media outlets, which are just endlessly regurgitating, if you will, these lies and fabrications that have been created for the sole intent to justify this social and political persecution of me, and within that this global social engineering and intelligence operation which the program is. And so you have a situation here where I'm just endlessly being labelled guilty for all sorts of things, while in reality there are no cases against me. Why I'm able to say this and not be in prison for 12 years on a row. You know, it should be so evident by now that the program's propaganda is pure fiction, and it's being created on a daily basis by these very same state arbiters who are running the program, and they are obviously creating this content so they can justify their ever-increasing power grabs and influence over the public at large, not just here in Denmark but almost on a global scale, and especially in the West. And you can just see I'm just being bombarded, and they are so obsessed, and they want you to believe that they are supposedly continuously talking about me, while my reality is rather limited because of this situation which I find myself in. I'm not allowed by the state arbiters, and people are not allowed to have any organic interactions with me that are not completely and utterly controlled by the same state arbiters using their technological capabilities, one of which is this real-time synthetic telepathy communication system, which they are primarily using in accordance with these power grabs which I say they are continuously giving themselves. And so they're justifying their own actions by creating these virtual movie fabrications, and then they're talking about their own virtual movie fabrications endlessly over this communication systems amongst others. And in reality I'm just doing the same things, trying to get by as best as I can, and what I predominantly use my time with is try to grow my business, a one-stop engine shop, and I'm being ruthlessly attacked in this connection as well as against my name, reputation and what have you. So they have for months and months been trying to have me lose my ads, you know, these ads that I have for my scooters, engines and parts on DBA and Gulagardis. Firstly, they got Gulagardis to limit my use almost entirely on their platform, and now they have cut me off from DBA as well. So unless I spend lots of money on advertising, I can't advertise my wares anywhere anymore. I can use Facebook and I can use my own website. The two other platforms, the last one, DBA, which I had most of my traffic, they have completely they have been completely cut off from my use. And the Danish government have been trying for months, as I say, to have this happen, but it didn't happen until the United States government got involved. And because DBA is owned by eBay Classified, the United States government has obviously put some sway, and since they have had this sway, yeah, well, you guessed it, I lost my platform. And I can use their platform, as I say, if I spend lots of money, and people of the same people who do the same kind of advertising as I have done, that means having like 30 ads or something along those lines, are still allowed to use the platform as I was before, but I'm not allowed to use this anymore, and everyone else who's using the platform in the same kind of way, they are obviously still allowed. So that way you can see that I am being specifically targeted, and as I say, this is in connection with these never-ending attacks against me, Stephen Bell, and my small business one-stop engine shop. And when they are not going after my business outright and my name outright, well, then they are then they're just making these endless nonsense propaganda and psyops in which my name is being smeared, and I'm being ridiculed, being proclaimed that I'm the character from their virtual movie Fabrications, who of course, in accordance with these propaganda narratives, are engaging in all sorts of depraved sexual acts, while in reality last night I was just watching movies and went to sleep, and that's it. But in accordance with these never-ending psyops and propaganda campaigns, I'm always engaging in some kind of compromising activity, be it in a sexual manner, or be it in an illegal manner, or both. And that's the kind of way these complete scum of the earth operate.